Hello critters, and welcome back to Crafts and Critters with your host Christine. Today I am making a napkin ring holder for Thanksgiving dinner. So let me adjust the camera here and I'm going to go over what we're going to need for that. 1 second. Okay, so for our napkin ring holder, what we're going to need is a piece of cardboard. This is just from like a cereal box. I grabbed these two different washi tapes just because they are going to give me the dimensions I need to make the circles with. Some kind of pen or anything to write with to trace out the circles. Some tweezers to help put on the eyeballs. So you're going to need 2 wiggly eyes, and you're going to need a light brown pipe cleaner, 2 dark brown pipe cleaners, half of a green pipe cleaner, or any other color will be fine. This will be for the back, so you won't even see, so the color doesn't matter. Half of an orange pipe cleaner, a fourth of a red pipe cleaner, 2 foam balls or pom-poms, a light brown and a dark brown, and feathers. I've got some brown feathers and some colored feathers. You're also going to need some scissors, glue gun, which I have my light on. Okay, so glue gun and glue sticks. And then the last thing is you're going to need a piece of foam. I'm using the Wonder Foam here from these I bought at Walmart. So I basically just cut a square and then cut the square in half to get a little triangle piece. And hold on, I want to adjust this light out of the way. Oh, so much better. Okay, so we're going to get started here. And the first thing I'm going to do is trace out my rounds. I'm going to need 1 small and 2 large. So I'm just going to kind of go around. So that'll be my 1 small and my 2 rounds. And then we just cut these out. They don't have to be perfect. That's the one. One second here. Okay. Sorry, a little technical difficulties there. All right. So now that we have our rounds, we're going to set the 2 big ones aside. Those are going to be for the body, and we're going to start with the head. And I go ahead and I use the colored side because I want to make sure it's covered anyway. So as best you can, we're going to put the light colored pom-pom in the middle. And then we're going to take our lighter colored pipe cleaner, and we are going to start to add that around here. Now I am using my low temp glue gun just because if I get my fingers in the glue, I don't want to burn myself, and it will happen. All right, and then we're just going to, after it sets, and that's another nice thing about the low temp is it's going to set pretty quickly. You're just going to start twisting around the pom-pom. Just go all the way around and just keep adding glue and going, taking that pipe cleaner and going around that pom-pom. Now I made a lot of these, and after that it seems like each one is a little different. Some of these I may have to trim a little of the cardboard off by the time we get to the end, and I think that just has to do with wrapping technique. And of course I didn't really cut the cardboard very evenly. If you have a hole punch to punch through cardboard, that would probably be better. And sometimes you just need to hold and give it a few minutes to set before continuing. And we're just going to keep going around. You want to be very careful not to try to touch the center, because if you push through any glue and then accidentally touch it, it kind of leaves a little mess that you'll never be able to clean off of that pipe cleaner. Alright, so this is our head, and I will need to trim a little of that off. Going to go up against here. And the main reason I was using the cardboard was to make sure that the pipe cleaner lays completely flat, to give you that flat surface to work with for the head and for the body. It also kind of gives you a little bit more sturdy. Alright, so we have that trimmed, so we're going to continue with our face. So the next thing we're going to do is take our little foam triangle and bend it in half. And we're bending it in half. Let me see if I can, there you go. And this is where I'm going to stick the glue, and then that'll be right on there, and that'll give us a nice beak. Okay, so. And we're going to put that right over that pom-pom that's in the middle and just kind of form it around there. And it doesn't have to be perfect right now, because we're going to be adding in. So right now it kind of looks, it's not looking like a beak. It kind of looks a little open, and that will change here in 1 second. After it hardens, we're going to try to or we're not going to try, we're going to add the next part. And while it's hardening, I'm going to make that. So we're going to take the 1/4 of the red pipe cleaner, bend it in half, hold here, and twist up the rest of the way. So this is going to give you our little gobbler on the turkey. And then we're going to take that, and we're going to put a good size amount of glue right here in between those, in the beak. We're going to set this in the beak, and then we're going to squeeze. So I'm squeezing, I'm going to get this closer to the camera so you can see this. So I'm squeezing that little gobbler right inside that beak, and you are going to have some glue pop out, and since this is a little tip, I'm just going to kind of clean that up a little bit. And you want to hold this a little bit till it dries. I'm going to bring this back down to the table, and it's drying. It dries pretty quickly. And then I'm going to flip it around here, and I'm going to take my tweezers, and we're going to attach the eyeballs. So I'm going to pick up an eyeball, flip it over, and it would help if I added another glue stick. Oops, I lost my eye. There it goes. And we're going to flip in place, and I'm going to tap it down. then I'm going to grab the other one. And I'm going to do the same thing. Just flip and place. It doesn't have to be perfect. So you may have a crooked-eyed turkey. I think it gives him character. His gobbler's crooked, and so is his nose. It's okay. So now that the head is done, we're going to set that aside, and we're going to do the body. Now the body, I'm going to do the exact same way. The only difference is it takes two. So we're going to put the pom-pom in the center, because we want the body to be twice as big as the head. We're going to wrap two of these. So and I must say I used a lot of glue making these. Alright, we're just going to keep tapping it in, or wrap it around. Wrap. Yep, it's wanting to undo on me. I didn't hold it long enough. Let's push that back in. And we're going to come in with the next one and put it right up against there. See, I got a little bit of, this is what I was talking about. It makes a little bit of a mess if you are not careful enough, and apparently I wasn't. So I just add the one right after the other one and kind of blend it in. And then we're going to keep twirling around until this one's all the way on. This one's getting a little messy. I'm going a little too quickly here, and that's why it's getting all messy now. But that's okay. I keep bringing it closer to my body, and then you guys aren't seeing it, I don't think. I'm going to hold that for a second. Okay. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did with the head, which is give it a good twist. Or, sorry, not twist, trim. So we're going to just trim it. And then we're going to bring back over our head. Okay. All right, we're going to bring back over the head, and we're going to attach the head to the body. And, you know, I've got a mess here on this side, and I've got a mess here on this side, but I think I'm still going to go with this side here. So I'm just going to add some glue right there and take our head and just hold it for a second. And there we go. There's our body and head assembled. So we're going to flip it over now and we're going to put the feet on. So we're going to take our half of our orange stem. We're going to cut it in half again. So fold, cut it in half, and then we're going to cut that in half yet again. So I'll have 4 little pieces from that half stem. We're going to take 2 of those and we're going to place it like so and give it a good twist, and there you go. You've got a foot. I'm going to try that again here, a little closer. So 2 stems together, kind of like a little cross. Take one and just twist it, and then put up the one, and there we go, a little foot. Alright, then we're going to place glue on the bottom. Make sure you're getting the bottom of the body and not putting the feet at the head. And then you're just going to put them right in like so. And then just let that sit for 1 second, and then we're going to grab our feathers. And I went with about 5 to 6 brown feathers, and then I came in with like 3 of the colored feathers. So I'm going to take a yellow. Oh, green's popping out at me, so I'm going to go green, and I'm going to go with that purple. So that cute little red feather is going to come in too. Why not? Alright, so we're going to add a little bit of green or glue, and I'm going to start placing feathers. Okay. What I did was like 2 on the one side, and I think on the other turkeys I kind of did 2 of the brown feathers on the other side, and then kind of 1 in the middle. So I'm going to kind of stick to that. Oops. Here we go. 1 in the middle. There we go. There's our brown feathers. And then we're going to come in with our colored feathers. For the colored feathers, I kind of added the glue straight to the feather and then kind of put it on. Another thing you could do is just kind of do like a running on the back with the glue. That works too. That one in and that one in. Alright. Grab these loose feathers here. Get them out of the way. Alright, so our back's on. So we're going to take this extra back that we have and we're going to put it here. And I do want to make sure, yeah, I do need to trim a little off because I trimmed that last one. This is just going to actually doubly hold all your feathers in place. So just putting a fair amount of glue. So it'll help hold your feet on, it'll help hold the feathers in place. And then I am just going to gently place it, flip it over, and give it a good squeeze. This will help get that glue all around all those feathers. And there you have it. There's your turkey. And then we need one last thing, which is to attach the twist. So we're using a pipe cleaner as a twist tie to tie it onto our napkin. Okay, I'm putting a fair amount, and then I'm going to dip the pipe cleaner in, and then I'm going to put some right on top of the pipe cleaner too. So it's a fair amount of glue that is holding on that pipe cleaner, and that has worked with all the others I made. And then you're just gonna let this dry until it's completely dry. And I'll take this one off. So it's just twisted on. So see, here's a fair amount of glue on the back, and that really held the pipe cleaner. And then I just wrapped the napkins around silverware and twist tied our little decorative turkey on it, and I placed it in my silverware basket. So I got some extras here. So this is the silverware basket, and this will be what is on the table, and everyone can just come and pull their silverware. Oh, isn't that cute? So I hope you enjoyed this craft. Thank you for joining me. If you liked, subscribe.